9 signs you might be a Sigma male. We all know an alpha male is the dominant, often aggressive guy in the corner who tries to impress and intimidate others, right? But what about the Sigma males? For those who aspire to be Sigma males, there are certain qualities you should possess. These qualities are signs that you may be a Sigma male, and in this video, we'll be discussing some of these signs. You are hard to get. As a hard-to-get person, you are often the subject of fascination and intrigue among others. People are drawn to your enigmatic and mysterious nature, always wondering what's going on inside your head. But it's not that you deliberately play hard to get to drive others crazy, it's just that you value your independence and privacy. You prefer to keep your personal life, emotions, and ideas close to your chest, sharing only what you feel is necessary for social situations. Like a seasoned backpacker, you know that carrying around unnecessary baggage can weigh you down and make your journey more difficult, so you stick to the essentials and keep things simple. And while some may find your aloofness intimidating, others are drawn to your self-reliance and individualistic spirit. You're not afraid to go against the grain and challenge conventional wisdom, and you inspire others to do the same. So don't worry if people find you hard to catch, it's just a sign that you're a Sigma male. You do your things at your own pace. Imagine that you're on a path, walking at your own pace, listening to your rhythm and feeling the breeze in your hair. But suddenly, people start shouting at you from all directions, trying to make you conform to their way of doing things. It can be overwhelming and frustrating, right? That's exactly what it's like for Sigma males. They value their independence and their freedom to live life on their own terms. They don't want to be confined by societal norms or the expectations of others. And while it may seem like they're being difficult or stubborn, it's just their way of protecting their emotional and mental well-being. For Sigma males, it's important to act in ways that offer stability and benefit in the long run, even if it means going against the grain. They may seem impulsive at times, but they're always thinking about the bigger picture and how their actions will impact their future. You could become an alpha man temporarily. Are you a Sigma male? If so, you might have the potential to step into the shoes of an alpha, at least temporarily. As a Sigma, you possess the ability to develop and perform the qualities of an alpha, but the question is, do you want to? While the alpha position comes with its perks just as being in the spotlight and having a lot of attention, it also comes with its drawbacks, like a loss of flexibility and emotional balance. If you're someone who gets uncomfortable being in the spotlight for too long and values your emotional well-being, then maybe being an alpha isn't for you in the long term. But that doesn't mean you don't have what it takes to lead a team and carry out a process of completion. As a Sigma, you have had many opportunities to assume a leadership role, but you've decided that the emotional toll isn't worth it. And that's okay. Being true to yourself and recognizing your strengths and weaknesses is what makes you a valuable member of any team. So what do you say? Are you ready to step into the alpha role temporarily and see what it's like to be in charge? You don't talk much, but anything you say is valuable. Are you someone who prefers to speak only when necessary and values personal space and independence? Do you find it easier to carry emotional baggage on your own instead of constantly sharing it with others? If so, you might just be a Sigma. You may have noticed that people find you introverted or mysterious because you don't talk much, but that's just part of who you are. You don't need to draw attention to yourself or share every little detail of your life to feel fulfilled. Instead, you prefer to maintain your rhythm and freedom in life, and that's okay. Being a Sigma means you're part of a unique group of individuals who value their independence and march to the beat of their own drum. So embrace your introversion and enjoy the freedom it brings you. Remember, what you say may be few and far between, but it carries a lot of value. You're a rebel. Are you a rebel with a cause? As a Sigma, you're not afraid to forge your path and go against the norm. But trust your instincts and experience, even if it means risking the disapproval of others. You don't set out to stir up trouble or grab attention, but you're not afraid of conflict if it means standing up for what you believe in. You may find yourself at odds with alphas who prefer a more traditional, top-down approach to leadership, but that doesn't stop you from doing things your way, even if it causes some friction within the group. You thrive on the freedom to improvise and innovate, and you get frustrated when projects are bogged down by too much planning and bureaucracy. Maybe you've always felt like the odd one out, preferring to work alone, or feeling bored by group activities that don't allow for spontaneity and creativity. You're not a rule breaker for the sake of it, but you're not content to simply follow orders either. You're driven by your own inspiration and vibrations, and you'll do whatever it takes to achieve the desired outcome on your own terms. So if you're a Sigma, don't apologize for your independent streak. Embrace your unique perspective and trust your instincts. You might just be the spark that ignites a whole new way of thinking. You draw a lot of attention. Let me tell you another interesting sign you might be a Sigma male. Do you know what's cool about it? You automatically attract a lot of attention. That's right, people become curious about your ways of doing things, your habits, and your unique perspective on life. Picture this: you're a kind and friendly person who always seems to have an out-of-the-box thought or more original point of view. Everyone around you starts asking you questions, seeking your advice on how to approach their problems. And you know what? You might not even realize how exceptional your ideas are because they seem so logical to you. Have you ever heard of the saying, people who refer to what is outside the box see the box, and the people who don't even know the box exists are the innovative thinkers? Well, that's you. You're the innovative thinker who sees beyond the limits of what's considered normal or conventional. So embrace your Sigma personality and let your unique ideas shine. You hate people imposing on your lifestyle. Have you ever felt like people are trying to put you in a box, like they're trying to define who you are and what you should be based on their expectations and standards? It's frustrating, right? Well, imagine how it feels for someone who values their individuality and independence, someone like you. As a sign of a Sigma, you're all about creating your path in life and doing things your way. So when someone comes along and tries to impose their lifestyle on you, it's like nails on a chalkboard. Then you'll be like, who are they to decide what's best for me? Just because something works for them doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And yet people still insist on trying to mold you into their best idea of the perfect person, as if you're some kind of blank slate waiting to be filled in. So if you ever feel this way, it's a sign that you're a Sigma male, because you're a complex and multifaceted individual with your own unique experiences and perspectives who refuses to be reduced to a one-dimensional caricature of himself. You like sharing ideas differently. Imagine you're at a dinner party surrounded by people chatting away and scrolling through their phones, but instead of joining in, you sit back and observe, quietly taking in the conversations around you. Suddenly, you hear someone mention a topic that piques your interest. Maybe it's the latest scientific discovery or a new recipe for baking bread. Without hesitation, you jump into the conversation, eager to share your thoughts and knowledge on the subject. To some, this might seem a little unusual. After all, why talk about potatoes when everyone else is discussing politics? But to you, being true to yourself and your interests is more important than conforming to what everyone else is doing. You don't see the point in limiting yourself or hiding your passions as long as you're not hurting anyone. This is the sign of a Sigma, someone who values their individuality and isn't afraid to express it. It's not always easy to be different, but for you, it's worth it to be true to yourself. So the next time you find yourself in a group setting, don't be afraid to speak up about what excites you. You never know who might share your interest. You can adapt. One of the things that sets Sigma people apart is their adaptability. They can adjust to new situations quickly and easily, which makes it easy for them to go their own way. However, sometimes they don't take full advantage of their adaptability unless it helps them move forward positively. But here's the thing, being adaptable doesn't mean you have to compromise your values. Sigma people tend to have fairly stable moral values, and they're not interested in manipulating or harming anyone. They're simply taking what they need to continue on their path. It's important to remember that no matter what personality type you are, whether you're an alpha, a beta, or a Sigma male, you should always be confident in who you are. It's okay to stand out or blend in as long as you're true to yourself. So don't fall into the trap of faking a personality or pretending to like the lifestyle that doesn't suit you. It'll only hurt you in the end. So embrace your uniqueness, be true to yourself, and don't be afraid to let your adaptability shine through when it's needed. We hope this video helps. Which of these signs do you have that make you think you're a Sigma male? We'd like to hear from you. Kindly click the like button if you liked the video and subscribe and smash the notification bell for more videos. And we'll see you in the next one.